I am Corbin of Corbin Travels. I am a 10-year-old fourth grader who loves to travel. I have traveled a lot of places and I want to travel a lot more. But I am here to encourage others to go places too. These are my adventures, and this is Corbin Travels.
Hello, welcome back to Corbin Travels. We're at the North Carolina State Fair. Let's see what kind of fair this is and what it has in it. Let's enjoy the fair.
This is the Goodness of Milk exhibit. It shows the inside of a cow and how it's milked. Let's go outside and see the real thing, though.
We call it brewer's grain. That is what we can feed to our cow, and it actually gives them a lot of energy, and it will increase their milk production to have that in there. So a lot of our farmers, that is a common commodity that they have in their ration. So it's really cool, especially if you just have a brewery down the street from you. You can buy straight from that local brewery and feed it to your cows. So it's really great. Now they're going to be eating a lot of this food every day. They're burning a lot of energy off to make milk. You guys may not think they eat a lot of food. If you look at our dairy cows, they do look very slim. Dairy cows are slim animals. They put all their energy into making milk. So every bit of fat that they have, they burn it off and put it towards that milk. They're different than the beef cows that are in the barn behind us. They put all their energy into putting fat and muscle on it. These girls here don't care much about that. They do eat a lot of food though. They actually eat about 60 to 100 pounds of food every day. Now the little Jerseys like Weezer here, she eats about 60 pounds of food. But those big Holsteins and Swiss like we have over there, they eat 100 pounds every single day. Since they're a larger breed of cow, it takes more food to maintain that big body of theirs. Now, Weezer is a little bit different than your average Jersey cow. She actually eats about 80 pounds of food every day, and that's just because she's a big fat fatty and really likes to eat some food. She's figured it out. If she's the first cow in the morning to come and get milk, then she's the first cow to the feed trough, and she will park it there all day long until it's time for us to clean our barns, and we have to shoo her out just so that we can get work done. She's also a big thief. If we are ever eating any food around her for some reason, if we're in there making, like, eating a sandwich after we're fixing something or something like that, we have to watch out for the wandering tongue that comes out from behind us, because she will steal our food. We've lost a few pieces of pizza one day. She likes cookies, so she's a big ham, like I said. That's why she's, a little bit on the bigger side than everybody else. But it's okay. She does actually make a little bit more milk than the average Jersey cow. Like I said, they normally make about 5 to 6, and she makes about 6 to 8. So she's working a little bit harder, so she does deserve to be a little bit more. Yeah, talk about that. Now, if they're going to be eating a lot of food, you guys probably think they're probably going to be pretty thirsty afterwards, right? Eating 100 pounds every day, that makes you pretty thirsty. Our cows actually drink about a bathtub full of water every day. That's about 40 gallons worth is what they're going to be drinking. So just like she has to eat a lot of food, not only to maintain this big body, but to help her produce milk, she's got to make sure she's also drinking lots of water. Now our last and kind of final piece of the puzzle of our cow making milk is this little baby calf right here. Now I'll ask you guys a question, and I want you to raise your hand, okay? How many of you guys think that our cow has to have a baby before she ever makes any milk? And then who thinks she just reaches a certain age and she's going to go ahead and start to produce milk? So everybody think about it, all right? Okay, so who thinks that our cow has to have a baby first? Raise your hand, all right? Now who thinks she just reaches a certain age? Raise your hand. All right, now I'm going to ask our ladies in the audience. Ladies, if you do not ever have a baby, will you ever make any milk? No! Are you a mammal? Is a cow a mammal? So, does a cow have to have a baby before she ever makes any milk? Yes. Mammals only make milk to feed their children. That is the only sole purpose as to why they make it. So she does have to have a baby first, and she has to continue to have babies for her to stay in milk. Now the only reason why we're able to drink our cow's milk is because she produces a whole lot of it. We said those Holstein cows make 8 to 10 gallons of milk a day. That's a whole lot of milk for them. Now, when our cow, she's going to have her first baby at the age of 2. Now, that may seem a little bit young, but our cows actually age a lot quicker than we do. Every year a cow ages, it's 12 years to us. So a 2-year-old cow is really like a 24-year-old person. So, Weezer here is 4 years old, really like she's 48. She has already had 3 babies so far. She had her last calf in June, and right now we've got our fingers crossed that she's pregnant with her 4th. We don't know yet. We're about a month early for us to tell, so we'll see. Be pretty cool if she is. Be nice little surprise. When she does have that baby, we just separate them out because mom makes such a large volume of milk. The baby's not going to be able to drink it all. They'll try and drink as much as they can, but what happens is the same thing with us. When we eat too much food, do we feel very well afterwards? No. They get pretty sick, right? Bad stomach ache. Well, when our baby calves drink too much milk, it looks like they've swallowed a big old watermelon in their belly. They start running around and all you hear is slosh, slosh, slosh of all the milk that's in there. So that is very uncomfortable for them and we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to bottle feed them. And this is their baby bottle that they drink out of. This bottle holds half a gallon of milk. They get a bottle in the morning and a bottle in the evening. So they get a gallon of milk every day. They get this for about 6 weeks, and then we're going to start to back them off of that gradually for this whole time, introducing them to all the foods those big cows like to eat. So since mama cow's in milk, she has to get milk every day. Our cows get milk twice a day, 12 hours apart. So that's once in the morning, once in the afternoon. We milk our cows at 5 and 5. Some dairy farms do 4 and 4, 6 and 6, 7 and 7, whatever they want. Now, they get milked in the milking parlor. In that milking parlor, we're going to clean and sanitize it before and after every single milking. And we're going to do the same thing for our cow. We're going to clean her off. Just like you guys wash your hands before you eat. Don't want to eat dirty hands. We don't want to milk our cow when she has a dirty udder. Now, this is her udder right here. This is where she makes all of that milk at. Now, her udder is separated into 4 different parts that are called quarters. Each quarter makes its own volume of milk. One could give us a gallon, one could give us 2, it just depends. So our cow just has 1 udder. She doesn't have udders. She just has a 1. And she's got those 4 parts, those 4 quarters. The ends of those quarters are the teats, which are right here. That's what we can see. So the soap I'm going to be using to clean those quarters off with, it's an iodine-based soap. It's just a red-colored soap that we're going to be using. It's going to kill all the germs and get all the bacteria off of there. Also, any bit of dirt or manure you may have on there off. Now, while we let that sit and start to soak, start to work, killing all those germs, we take a look at her udder right here. Now, do you guys think, is this all full of milk? Or is it made up of some other things as well? Made up of some other things as well, that's right. It's a lot of fat and a lot of tissue. Now, her udder is not all the way full of milk because we've been doing demonstrations throughout the whole day. Her udder is about 60% fat and tissue and about 40% milk. Right now, when you guys look at her udder, it does have a good bit that's in there, but you guys see how it sways like this? You see how the skin will stretch a little bit just like this? So I kind of do a comparison of our udder to a balloon. You guys know when you blow a balloon up, it gets bigger and bigger, tighter and tighter. That's exactly kind of how our udder works. When she starts to produce milk, that udder will get bigger and bigger, tighter and tighter. The pressure from all that milk in there makes that skin expand. When we milk our cow, that udder is going to get a little bit smaller, skin's going to get a little bit looser, and her udder will sway a little bit more. Same thing with the balloon. When you let air out of that balloon, it gets smaller and smaller and starts to get a little bit squishier. Same thing with her udder. So you guys are going to see a pretty big dramatic difference from what you see right now to after we milk her. Everybody get a little picture of this, okay? And then we'll watch her after she gets milked. Now I'm going to go ahead and wipe all of this soap off of here. Now each time whenever I go to a new quarter, I'm going to be folding this paper towel over using a clean section on each and every single one, just like this. Alright, so now all those are all clean. What I'm going to do now is the fun part. I'm going to hand milk my cow. I'm going to get a few squirts of milk out of each of her 4 quarters. What this is going to do is it's going to send a signal to her brain and let her know that it's milking time. And she's going to go ahead and start to let all of that milk down for us. Like I said, I just get a few out of each one. Then we come over here and turn our milk pump on. We're going to grab our milking claw Now this is what we use to milk our cows with. This milking claw is made out of stainless steel, so helps last a very long time. Has rubber liners on the inside of all 4 of the attachments here. The liners will act like a pulse. They're going to open and close just like this, drawing that milk out just like a baby's calf's mouth would. So once this is on, you guys will see the milk go through the tube, and it will go right into my glass jar that I have. So I want everybody to watch. And look at that milk. Like I said, it'll go up, straight into our jar. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, that's awesome. Now back in the day, we used to hand milk our cows, but we don't do that anymore for a few reasons. One, it takes a really long time for us to hand milk a cow. It could take us 30 minutes or longer to milk 1 cow out. That all just depends on how much milk your cow is making and how quick of a milker you are. Like I said, with this machine, it only takes about 8 to 10 minutes. Now the second reason why we don't hand milk our cows is that it's not very sanitary. By us using this machine, it ensures that your milk is never touched by human hands. The only time it ever touches anybody's hands is if you guys spill it on yourself when you're pouring it into your cup or into your bowl of cereal. So that's something really great to know, that nobody else is ever going to touch your milk but you. Now do you guys remember how I said each quarter makes its own volume of milk, right? Alright, so Weezer's front left quarter doesn't make as much as the other one, so it will empty out a lot quicker. So, when it empties out, it loses that suction on there. So we want to make sure when that happens that we fold that attachment over. That way we're not going to be over milking that quarter. So that's why we just put that over there so we can milk the other 3 out. Now do you guys think, does this hurt our cow breast to milk her like this? No, not at all. Actually, it sounded like a nice massage for her. She's carrying a lot of weight in that udder. She can have 30 pounds or more in there at one time. So that's a lot of weight and a lot of pressure for her to be carrying around. They're not able to naturally let all this milk down, so we have to be able to help her out, either by using this machine or putting a few baby calves on there and letting them do it for us. Now another reason why I know it doesn't is because what she's doing right now. Looks like she's snacking on bubble gum. She's chewing her cud. Cud is some of her food that she's brought up from her stomach, and she's digesting it a little bit more. Our cows will only chew their cud when they are nice and relaxed. So if this were to hurt her, she definitely would not be chewing her cud. Now you guys just saw, she swallowed that piece of cud. They chew it for about a minute or 2, and then when she swallows it, we count to 5. She actually brings another piece right back up, just like she just did. So we'll have to watch her, see how she does. She'll kind of marinate on that piece right there for a little while, and then she'll swallow it and get another piece out of there. Now do you guys think, is the milk coming out, is it warm or is it cold? Warm, that's right. It's actually really warm. Her body temperature is about 101.5. So when this milk comes out, it's about 100 degrees. So that is really, really warm. Now I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like to drink warm milk unless it's like hot chocolate. So what we're going to do is once we finish milking our cow, we're going to take that milk and we're going to put it in something that's called a bulk container. It's just a really big refrigerator that we have on our farm that's going to cool that milk down for us. And then that day or the next morning, our big tanker truck will come and collect it. They're going to take it to our processing plant. It goes through quality control. They check it over, make sure everything's A-okay. And then we start making all of our different types of milk. Make your whole milk, 2% one, add chocolate, strawberry flavorings in there, and we bottle it up and ship it to your grocery store. It only takes about 2 to 3 days to get from the farm to your table. Now since I finished milking her, I'm going to be putting another version of that soap on her 4 quarters. It's a little bit thicker and redder just because I don't wipe it off. I'm leaving it on here. And I'm leaving it on because the canal where all this milk just came out of, it's going to take her body about, they could go inside of our cow and make her sick. And we don't want that to happen. So it's going to protect her from all of that. It also has a little bit of lanolin in there. Lanolin acts like an aloe. It's like we put lotion on our hands when it's dry. It's going to help make sure she's not going to get dried in there. Now, remember what I said, 3 servings of dairy products every day for you guys. Not 3 bowls of ice cream. Get cheese, get yogurt in there, glasses of milk, okay? And when you guys have those, I want you to think about the dairy farmers because they are working really hard for us. They work every day. No birthdays, no holidays off.